couch.
No, not.
Yeah, because our couch is broken.
Someone put their
Their footprint on here is pretty nice.
Yeah, but our couch is better because it can recline. Oh, these ones.
Yeah,
don't.
but the couch that we have is already torn apart.
No, and this is still working.
Now, cooking show. Let's start our cooking show.
Oofy.
We're gonna bring some. Wonderful. Oh, look at this. Surgery. The storage. Did I need this?
I don't know. Why don't we just get one on
130. This
Amazon?
has. Wow, this has drawers. Probably I
Why
need
don't we just get
this.
one out of Amazon?
No.
It's cheaper. That's too expensive.
Be quiet.
Oops. Exactly. That's how you say it. It's too expensive. Hi. Come on. Let go.
No, because it's actually. This is exactly the kind of bathroom, a standing shower. Look at the beautiful tiles. How nice is that? So spacious. That is pretty awesome. My favorite section. Oh, look at the choices. What should we get? Huh? So we just got out from the sushi place, a new sushi place where we live, and we are eating the ice cream. The ice cream. Pretty good. Did you like it, my love?
Yes. It's good.
Date with my husband after a few months of dating, right? Or 3 weeks? A month ago? How long? Date, you gotta be intentional to keep your marriage alive, wouldn't you think?
I guess.
You don't even know? You think it's important to date?
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah. And then?
I'm not done eating it.
Busog na, gusto ko maglakad.
Okay. Okay, so now I just washed my face, put my headband on. It's kind of cold in here, guys. I don't know, I'm still cold a little bit. It's getting cooler outside as I can feel it now. Fall is finally here, and I can finally wear my cute sweater. Even inside sometimes I feel a little bit chills, maybe because I'm not fully healed yet. So okay, I just washed my face. Oops. Let's move it there. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Either this, or this. So this is a retinol anti-aging serum, collagen. Basically just do it like this one here, and I guess a little bit of amount goes a long way. And just basically do this. So this is what the thing about also your face is, that as much as you want to invest in cosmetics like buying foundation or concealer or anything like that, I really think it's better to have more skincare, invest more in your skincare, which is cream that is suitable on for your skin type. So this is the first time that I'm trying this, so I guess let's let this dry for a few minutes, and then Innisfree, I'm almost out of this. This is also a classifying emulsion with Veggie seed oil. This is a Korean product, the same thing what I've showed you earlier. I love Korean products. Okay, I have been using Korean products on and off because they're inexpensive and they're actually, I guess, effective. And I've been using Laneige before, and there's another brand name that's Korean that I forgot the name of it. But this one is something that I've been using. This is moisturizing, an emulsion rather. It's emulsion. I don't even know the difference between cream, emulsion, serum. I have no clue what's the difference. And this is, of course, I've shown you this before. If I'm not sure. She do. I'm almost out of this. This is also such a beautiful container. And so I guess the retinol has dried up, so I'm just gonna put just a little bit here and just rub it all over your face. And this smells so good. I don't know, it smells really good. I love the smell of it. And so anyway, so this is usually what I do. Not too much in the morning, because in the morning I usually just splash my face, maybe just put a little bit moisturizer. I'm very bad at putting sunblock. Okay, I don't know why I am not good at using sunblock. Maybe because I don't go out at the sun that late. I tend not to go out and expose myself too much in the sunlight, so that's why I usually don't put sunblock. I am very bad at it. So now we're going to do the sculpting part of our face. We should have a soiree for girls, right? Back in college or high school. I never had a sleepover. Speaking of which, never had a sleepover growing up because my mother never allowed me to, which I don't really like to do it. And maybe because I was also not comfortable sleeping at anybody else's house. So that too is, sometimes I'm like, what would it feel like to have that kind of a party? Whatever. I have lost touch of some of my girlfriends back because I used to live in Pennsylvania. I don't even know. You know, when you're in high school, college, some people are really not your real friends. They're just probably acquaintances along the way. They probably are just people to stay in your life for a short period of time. This is why, according to the Word of God, when you find true friends, you must stick to them like a brother or a sister, because they're very hard to find, very rare. I was very fortunate enough to have friends in college, and probably it was, you know, a season of my life where I needed those kinds of friendships, girlfriends that were really helped me to develop my relationship with God and helped me to become wiser when it comes to my finances. Not only I read books about finances, but also I learned from them the value of frugality and living within your means. So at that season of my life, those were the times when I needed a lot of girlfriends. I was single then. Well, actually, I was not really single. I was dating this man, but it was on and off. So basically speaking, I guess in every season of your life, God knows exactly the kind of people that you need. As I said, sometimes there are people in our life that they don't need to stay forever. Some people come and go, and that's just what life is. I don't know why this is always falling. I know I've showed you the last video. This thing is really loose. I have no clue. It just drives me crazy. Anyway, I think it's time for me to buy another one of this. I don't know how you can put this back. This one is not loose, but the other one is loose. The screw, I don't know if you can. Oh, I have an idea. If I could be like Mick Jagger here, try to make it, maybe put some kind of a paper inside and see if this is gonna work. Let's put our thinking caps here, people, and see if it's going to work it that way, because probably it's loose. And we're gonna just do it. Oh, it's still loose, so maybe we need more. So I don't even know if it's gonna work. We are just gonna see how it works. If not, we are gonna just buy a new one, right? And so what was I saying? So anyhow, this is about, yes, having friends that come and go. They don't usually stay. Some of them don't. And the only thing about I have issue with other people, when you become, you think something dropped. Okay. No. See? I just broke it. I made it worse. I said my hands are so hard. This is terrible. I basically broke this golden piece of material. My hands are made of steel, people. My mom usually tell me that my hands are very hard. I swear. I always break things. As I said, I broke some of my clips a few days ago, and that's why I had to buy a new one. And of course I broke this again. See? Just the story of my life. Ugh. Now it's chipped. Now what I'm gonna do, I guess I'll just use the other one. Anyway. So see, my hair is now up to here. Used to be so long up to here. It was layered. I got tired of it because it was not looking good. Although I don't know if she did kind of good. It's probably not even. So I went to Super Cuts, and this girl that was very nice, that we had a little chat and be able to talk about her life and my life. I was like asking questions. I don't know. I'm very good at one-on-one. Sometimes I'm not very good at group people. I don't know. I guess that's what you call introverts. We usually like individual, or maybe just up to 5 people. Who knows? I'm still working on my social skills, people. Trying to get back out in the world. Do you know what happens after the lockdown and all that stuff, right? We somehow lose sight of what it means to connect with other people. And I'm trying to get back out there. And it's actually, I've been trying to push myself. You know, I've been going to the outlet, going to the restaurants by myself. And today I went to the mall by myself. And I just really had, you know, conversations with people, asking them questions. Some are friendly, some are courteous, and some are not. You can know their energy when people are just like, please don't bother me. I have no time. I have my own thinking. So you kind of know, you know, what to say and feel the energy of people. Maybe people are going through some stuff. We all do, right? We all are going a lot of stuff. There's a lot of uncertainty right now, especially in this country, that the election is coming. Oh yeah, I went to the mall, and of course, I feel like I'm always bump into the wrong place where people are there lined up. I'm like, what is going on? Why are people here? And I realized, of course, it's election almost few days from now. And I'm like, I completely forgot. And I'm not here to talk about politics, okay? I don't care who you're gonna vote, whatever floats your vote, whatever. So I was just like, why would you come in this side of all the places? Mind you, I always go at the place where there's a food court, and I usually enter that place. But I was going through Macy's. I was hoping to get to Macy's because I was hoping to get to the eyebrow place, but I end up walking far. And I have realized, oh my gosh, I entered at the wrong spot where people were lined up, and the guy was like, here, you're gonna go vote. I'm like, no, I'm not voting. I'm not gonna go vote right now. I'm here to get my eyebrows done. But anyhow, so it was like people were everywhere, and so I just ended up walking along, you know, the mall, and I was just fascinated how it got really crowded because of the voting poll. And of course I also went to Target, and also there's people out there. I'm like, oh my gosh, why do I always ended up at the smack. I feel like I always find the parties, okay? I always find people unintentionally, lately though. So it is something that I have also realized, and something that I picked up from the YouTube short. And I'm very talkative right now. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this up in a few minutes. So anyhow, last point before I go to sleep and lie down. This one YouTube says, I think it's from the movie. The guy said, you know what? I've spent much of my time being afraid, and after his diagnosis, I don't know what he was diagnosed with. I think he was talking to this one guy, and he said, just kick this fear to the curb, because, you know, you have to really just to the teeth or something like that, somewhere along those lines. And he just completely said that this is the fear that you have to really tackle. And sometimes, as I said, for majority of us, after the lockdown and after the, you know, the isolation period, sometimes really have to just push ourselves to be back out there and to socialize. And I've been reading this book from Danny Johnson. A good friend of mine gave that to me many years ago. She gifted that to me, and she said, you need to read this book. And I forgot the name. Wealth to Success or something like that. I'm going to show it to you one time. And there's a point there that the skills that you need in life usually are the skills that, you know, probably God has given you. It's about social skills, personal skills, business skills, and people skills. Because without these skills, you're not going to be able to go far in life. So right now, as much as you want to be staying in your comfort zone, you have to really just learn to get yourself out there again and to be uncomfortable, because growth is uncomfortable. Okay, you have to be reminded that growth is uncomfortable. Growth is not easy. Just think of a plant. When you plant something in a soil, before that thing grows, it has to be in the dark. It has to bud. It has to have this at the bottom of the soil. They have to grow a roots before they can sprout up. So the same thing with us. Sometimes we have a period of isolation, or in the wilderness season, I would call it wilderness or isolation, where God is trying to mold us in the darkness. He's trying to create this character in us. He wants to develop something that's still lacking in our ability as a human being. And sometimes we don't understand why God allows these things to happen. And the more and more I reflect in retrospect of where my life is going, I do understand now why God has allowed me to be isolated or far from your people sometimes. Because sometimes when you're surrounded with too many people, they can cloud your judgment. They can also prevent you from growing, and they can also influence how you view your life or how you think about where you're going in your life. So there's a lot of noise around you. And sometimes when God is taking you to a different path, and when God is trying to teach you something about yourself that you have never discovered before, you may feel as like, this is a lonely season of my life where nobody is around. I can never find anyone who can truly understand what I'm going through. People might think it as you're depressed, or you are just so apathetic, or you have no motivated. People might see that way. They might assume, and it's not good to assume, right? You cannot just assume that this person is really going through depression, because you don't know that there is a purpose for that person to go through that. I had to go through that for me to grow up, and for me to really understand what boundaries look like, and what it means to have my own standard, what it means to have my own likings and dislikes, and the things that I tolerate and the things that I do not tolerate. Because as a child, you are very constricted by people's opinion and by people's idea of what life should look like. Of course, as a child, we must follow by the guidelines of our parents. We must honor them and obey them. But when you become an adult, you somehow have to form your own ideas, and you have to form your own opinions apart from what society or your upbringing might say. And that's exactly what happens when you're alone. That's what happens if you're very introspective of your life, and you're thinking to yourself, what is my life look like, and how do I want my life to be, and what are the things that I do not like about other people, or what I tolerate and do not tolerate. And if you don't take the time to get to know those things, people, that's why they impose things on you that is against your conscience, that's against your principles in life. So good night, and I hope you have a good night and sweet dreams.